Breaking Bad is an acclaimed American television series created by Vince Gilligan that aired from 2008 to 2013. It spans 5 seasons and tells the story of Walter White, a high school chemistry teacher turned methamphetamine manufacturer, and his descent into the criminal underworld. Season 1. The series begins with Walter White, played by Bryan Cranston, struggling to make ends meet as a high school chemistry teacher in Albuquerque, New Mexico. When he's diagnosed with terminal lung cancer, he decides to use his chemistry skills to cook methamphetamine and secure his family's financial future. He partners with former student Jesse Pinkman, played by Aaron Paul, to produce and sell the drug. Throughout the season, Walter and Jesse navigate the dangers of the drug trade while trying to keep their operation a secret from Walter's family and law enforcement. Season 2. As Walter and Jesse's meth operation grows, they encounter various obstacles, including rival drug dealers and law enforcement. Walter's brother-in-law, Hank Schrader, works as a DEA agent and becomes increasingly suspicious of Walter's involvement in the drug trade. Meanwhile, Walter's wife, Skyler, becomes suspicious of his behavior and begins to investigate his activities. The season culminates in a dramatic confrontation between Walter and a rival drug dealer, resulting in an explosion at the meth lab. Season 3. The fallout from the explosion leaves Walter and Jesse in dire straits, forcing them to find a new way to produce and distribute methamphetamine. They enter into a partnership with Gus Fring, a prominent drug lord who operates a chain of fast food restaurants as a front for his drug empire. As Walter becomes more deeply involved in the criminal underworld, he grapples with the moral consequences of his actions and the toll it takes on his family. Meanwhile, Hank's investigation into the local drug trade intensifies, bringing him closer to uncovering Walter's involvement. Season 4. Walter's partnership with Gus Fring becomes increasingly fraught as tensions rise between them. Walter plots to eliminate Gus and take control of the drug trade for himself, enlisting the help of Jesse and others to carry out his plan. The season builds to a climactic showdown between Walter and Gus, culminating in Walter orchestrating Gus's death and solidifying his position as a major player in the drug trade. However, Walter's victory comes at a cost, as his relationships with Jesse and Skyler are strained by his increasingly ruthless actions. Season 5. In the final season, Walter's empire begins to crumble as he faces new challenges and enemies. Hank finally discovers the truth about Walter's involvement in the drug trade, leading to a tense confrontation between the two men. As Walter's world collapses around him, he goes to increasingly desperate lengths to protect himself and his family, culminating in a violent showdown with a neo-Nazi gang. In the end, Walter's actions have devastating consequences for himself and those around him, leaving a trail of destruction in his wake. Overall, Breaking Bad is a gripping and intense exploration of one man's transformation from a mild-mannered teacher to a ruthless drug kingpin, as well as the toll that his choices take on his family and his soul.